All right, well, today marks the beginning of another part of the adventures of Kate, on her new life, leaving behind the old and starting the new. I am at Giant Recreation World at Destination Daytona in Daytona Beach, Florida, where I'm going to go look at an RV. I went down to another place about a month ago or so, maybe a little bit longer, and found a Thor Hurricane that I really liked, and the guy laughed and said, yeah, okay, whatever, you can't afford that. And I didn't really know why I was going down there in the first place, and didn't really understand, what's your problem? Why wouldn't I be able to afford that? And there were some credit issues on my credit report that needed to be cleaned up with, divorce issues, and got some stuff clarified. And so a friend of mine, my neighbor, bless her heart, thank you, unicorn friend, has dropped me off down here on her way down to somewhere else. And I'm getting ready to walk in, and I'm looking at a completely different rig, completely different dealership, because the other person, kind of laughed me off or whatever, and I realized, in my life with my ex-person, we did business with that dealership, and I figured, I don't want any ties there, and I don't want to go back and patronize that business just because that's got some loose ties on it. That cut the cord, this is my life, my new way of doing things. Then I don't want any association from anything of the past. And so I went and I looked, and I had found another Thor, and it was here at this place, and I was holding out, and kept thinking, what am I waiting for? Why am I not going down there? And several things happened, doesn't matter what, that clicked into place and changed things dramatically for me in how I was perceiving things, how I was going to be able to move forward, and the amount of liquid cash that I had available to me. I didn't become wealthy overnight. I didn't suddenly win the lottery or anything. It's just that some things changed, and they still needed to be kind of worked on, and so I took care of those things. And today, when my friend offered to be going down south to do some shopping at one of the big shopping stores, she said, would you like me to drop you off down there since I know you're going this week? And it was great. I said, yeah, that would be awesome, except that the Thor Hurricane, different model, different year, that was here, is no longer available. However, what is here is a mobile motor home that's made by Thor in general. Now, I don't have any major love of Thor itself. I'm not brand loyal necessarily. However, this particular rig, it's still here. It's not at this particular location. It's at the one that's about an hour and a half south of me. However, I'm fixing to go in and talk to these people and tell them what my situation is, tell them how much I have for down payment, and start working out. I've got 2 weeks left. May 1st is when I need to be motoring on out of my home that is no longer mine. It was lost in the divorce, and I lost everything, and yada yada yada, sad sack story. Well, how are you going to pick up and keep on going? Because I really want to keep my animals and me together, and I really want to travel. I want to be able to go and talk to other people and get to know their stories and highlight, those people that are really rocking their world solid, and find out, how are you doing that? How are you meeting your divine? And how are you fine? How may I know more about thine story? And I'm getting ready to walk in and see what I can find out from the salespeople here about what we might be able to do. And I have not called my own personal bank to apply for a loan or anything. I have what I have for my down payment, and I'm looking at a particular rig in a different location of this same brand or same outlet chain. However, it's not here, and at least at a minimum, they can talk to me, and I can have no fear that if this is not the avenue for me to go, that's all right. There's one, because Divine has a plan, and I don't always know. I rarely know. I never know what the overarching plan is for everyone, nor even myself. I can keep that hawk's eye view as best as I'm able when I'm feeling very human and dealing with a tooth issue and, you know, all these things that seem like blocks and, you know, feeling very angry, like, stop, this isn't fair, and really struggling. And I was, man, the last couple of days have been, you know, up and down with, it isn't fair, I don't want to do this, I shouldn't be, you know, and it isn't fair, and what are you going to do to clear the air and get on out of here, because the house is not mine. I lost. I mean, concede defeat, which I did. I didn't want to fight for it anymore anyway. I was losing money, and it wasn't helping me get on my way out the door, which is not just to stand around and argue some more. It was dragging me down and making me more bitter and more upset and not getting me where I want to go, which is to see the sights of the United States that I've never seen. I've not traveled the way that I'd like to, and before, when I traveled, I wasn't going to the places that I really wanted to go, and now I want to be able to get in my little vehicle and take my animals with me and let us go see the country. So here I go. I'm getting ready to go inside and find out what they have to say to me about what they have in their inventory and how we might be able to work out Kate's new life going forward. So wish me luck, and I know Divine is always on my side, because I'm the one that steps out of that vibe, not divinity. The angels and the fae and all of those angelic realms and the celestial and astral beings, the energies of love frequency, they never go away. It's me that kind of gets astray, and so I'm pulling it in right now and saying, I'm here, I'm putting my best foot forward and getting my guidance and getting my way as I listen throughout the day, and try not to let anything distract me other than the truth, the absolute truth, which is that I am loved and I am supported, and I make good decisions. I know how, I already have, and as long as I'm staying in the flow of the now, then it's just going to go much better. So here I go.